Indoor RC Race of Champions. And I'm your host, the RC Guru, and this is on Dialed In TV. Today we've got a host of professional race car drivers who have all convened in Horsham, Pennsylvania at Horsham RC Raceway. Today we've got names like Jari Taskilla, we've got Mark Dawson, we've got Larry Fairchase Jr., we've got Jeff Cuff and Scooby Horton, we've got Jeff Jones, we've also got Mike Ivy. All of these guys are championship RC racers, and they've all come here to Horsham, Pennsylvania to race in the East Coast RC Race of Champions. And now we're in the process of getting ready to start the heats for qualifiers. And the first qualifier that will go up today will be the 12 scale, the creme de la creme of RC racing, and it will culminate with the super stock touring class, where there is boost in the motors, there is a 13.5 motor, and the limit is just going to be off the chart. We've got straightaway speeds of in excess of 45 miles an hour today. The track temperature is at 90 degrees, and it will get hotter. The groove is already set in the track, as you can see, and drivers are preparing their vehicles for the final opportunity to qualify at the top. We are going to see whether or not the reigning champion of this race course from the last event, which was the Slowbirds 2011, which reigned Scooby Horton on top in both 12 scale and the F1. We're also featuring the F1 with the F1 Finanza that has taken over the country at this time. We don't know what's going to be the result, but we have guys here in the F1 such as Kitchen, we have different guys as Papo. We've got these guys racing in the F1 class, and they are sort of what you would call the guys who generated the F1 Finanza to this date. Just stay tuned and enjoy the race at the Horsham, Pennsylvania East Coast Indoor Race of Champions.
All right, coming up on 245, Mark Dawson, 29.611. Kitchen out of 6 by 28.602. Rich Paul, 27. We got Orlando on 27, and James on 25. Watch that out, looks good. Okay. Chris Orlick, you were the one that told all my great man, Al and Latif. Less than 5. Great. Now. And Latif. And we are. Coming up on 40 seconds in, Alcedon early, 29.605. Chris Orlick got a 29.611, so the X-rays bringing it early on, 1-2. And X-ray spanking Associated to the side. Roll up a bit there.
5 minutes left.
He's going to be racing out like 2 or 4 races. We got the King Puerto Rican here. Game Puerto Rican is under water. 4:41.
East Coast Indoor RC Race of Champs. Today we're in Horsham, Pennsylvania, where some of the most notable drivers have converged on Horsham, PA at the Horsham Indoors RC Race of Champs. Currently, after all the qualifying has been done today, what we find in the 12 scale A main, the TQ was Larry Fairchase Jr. with a 4 1:45 lap in 8.836 time. Second place is Donnie Leah, and third is followed up by Mike Haynes, and Mike Ivy is fourth. Jari Taskilila is in fifth place, and Scooby Horton is in sixth place, while Merle Myers is in the seventh place, followed by Perry Coswell in the ninth, and Casey Young follows up in the A main, the creme de la creme, the 12th scale A main here at the East Coast Race of Champs. And now we've got also in the 17.5 super stock class, touring car A main is also followed up by Larry Fairtrace Jr. with a 603.113 is the top qualifier for today. Our 17.5 touring stock A main was TQ'd by Mr. Warren Weaver with a 604 in a 524. And as we go down the line, our F1 top qualifier for today was Mr. Mark Dawson. These are the top qualifiers for the East Coast Indoor Race of Champs. As you can see in the background here, all of the racers are preparing their vehicles for the main event. The main event, this is where all the chips are down. Everybody's doing their last bit of tuning, their last bit of tire truing, their last bit of battery voltage checking, and they're pushing the maximum juice that they can possibly put inside of one of these LiPo battery cells here. The surprising thing was when in the third qualifier, Mike Haynes had taken the TQ for the 12 scale and had run away with it, but in the last ditch effort, Mr. Larry Fairchase Jr. came back in the third qualifier to close the gap and then pull off another TQ for the East Coast Indoor RC Race of Champs. We also have in the A main Mr. Jeff Cup. We're looking to see surprising things from him, as well as Mike Haynes. It's supposed to be one of the greatest and most intense races that we will see. The track is really rubbered up at this point in time today. The traction is up, is high. Cars are getting more steering grip than they were having earlier in today. But what we're going to do and what we'll see is some folks are going to try and set up the vehicle where the car has a little bit more of a push to it as opposed to just being able to drive around the corner. So stay tuned. And here we are on Flagchasers, and we're at the 2011 East Coast Indoor Race of Champions. And stay tuned for our post-race show, which will be Slipstream, the top 3 finishers race commentary review. And I'm your host, the RC Guru, here live on Dialed In TV. Just hold on.
One of our locals, 29607, Orlando Ledesma. Qualifying in the sun spot with a time of 29604, Pedro Gonzalez. Qualifying in the 6th spot from Connecticut, please give it up for with a time of 3610, Guns. In the top 5, we have with a time of 3608, Warren Weaver. Qualifying with a time of 3606, Mr. Sal Amato. Qualifying the number 3 spot. The only 3 driver hit 31. He's one of them. 31,608 to be exact. Jeff Cups. Qualifying with a time of 31,604. Mr. Mike Haynes. And once again, our top qualifier of the evening, and we got a lot of noise from their fans. Please give it up for the great one, Larry Fairtrace. She's on the phone. She's letting everybody know she's gonna get it done. Craig, you're gonna come in when you're okay. We got a marshal over at that corner. We need a marshal over at the broken chair corner. Hold on, 6 more minutes. I love it because at Jackson's the only track where when you start the season you buy a 6-pack of microphones. I'm telling you, that's like bulbs. Oh, yeah, we get it. It's like a 6-pack. Buy 4, get 2 free. All right. That's right. Very well. All right, gentlemen. It has been a pleasure. Here it is, main event. My marshals are ready. My drivers are ready. My fans are ready. We're going to get this action underway. Less than 5.